So, welcome guys and girls back to Pleasantly. Today we are going to talk about another guide. Yes, another guide. So, yesterday or a day before, I posted a video with Crescent Moon best builds. Today, we're gonna talk about Valor. Something people don't actually use. Valor is the most underrated and the most unused blessings when it comes to the Ranger class. Now today you might think my voice is a bit different. Yes, it is a different. I got a little flu. Yeah, it's kind of bad. It's a loose flu, so that's why my voice is different. Anyways, so the Valor, I've been using it from 2 days and I've been having fun. I would say it's viable. It's not the best, but it's also not the worst. I mean, when you talk about the fork, it kind of is the worst of them all because yeah, it kind of takes some preparation to reach that maximum damage output. So let's bring our HUD back on, and on the bottom corner you might see I have Tempest Shot, which is the main focus of this blessing, and then I have Mark of that, or just the Mark it is called, Lightning Arrow because it is double shot, Arrow Rain because it is double shot, and Erupting Arrow because it's a low cooldown, high damaging skill. And people use it. That is the one of the most reason that people actually use it, prefers it onto others. Now, just like the previous video, let's go first into the blessings and let's talk about what the blessings are actually about. So I maxed out till the green ones. I'm not gonna put in blues because my main blessing is of course the Crescent Moon. Maybe when I'm actually really rich and I just have tons of star seeds, you just dump on something, I will just upgrade all of them. But for now, maxed out green, it's enough. Levels 8 are here. So, Ramming Arrow increases Tempest Shot damage plus 50%. This is where I am right now, and decreases arrow cost of Rush type and double shot type skills by -4. So, Rush type and double shot types are all the skills that are the main focus here. And the next, as it goes on, the damage is gonna increase. So, this is the first thing I would suggest you upgrade as soon as you start upgrading something. So the Sharpshooter, when targets are hit with a rush type and double shot type combos, or 3 times skills, 3 times double shot, rush type and double shot again combos or skills 3 times, the flashing effect is applied to you for 41 seconds. Right now I'm at 41 seconds, so each flashing effect is going to stay for a 41 seconds. After that it will go away and you have to reapply it. Now the flashing effect, the thing with the flashing effect is the flashing effect decreases the charging time of the Tempest Shot -10%, and it can be stacked up to 8 times. That means -80% when you have that stacked up to 8 times. Now I don't know if it's going to increase further and it will be even more. For now, from level 1 to 8 it only increased the time, but that is also a great deal. Now the third one is Neutral Stimulation. Hitting enemies with combos attacks has a 40% chance to reduce the cooldown for Tempest Shot. As you know, the Tempest Shot has a quite a big cooldown, so every time you hit someone with these stuff with combos, you have a 40% chance to actually reduce. That means every 2 or 3 shots is going to reduce the cooldown 2 times. And the bigger thing is Tempest Shot is additionally recharged 2 times. That means you can have 2 consecutive 2 times charge, just like Lightning Arrow 3 times. I'm pretty sure once this Neutral Stimulation is level 11 or 12, it will be charged 3 times, just like Lightning Arrow, which will be a great deal because Tempest Shot does a great deal of damage. Now the Bolt increases max HP 1250, which is fine. It's not that great because when you're talking about Ranger DPS builds, you don't actually care about max XP once you're above 9000. But it's a decent one, and the damage of combos is plus 40% because a lot of the time you will be doing combos using actual combos instead of the skills. because you want those sharpshooter or that this buff, flashing buff, and then you also want to decrease the cooldown of your temper shot. So that is a nice damage bonus on top of it. Now the good thing about the Valor is also when you start the game, you come with the Valor. So you already, this is the first blessing you have. So instead of waiting for some other like Mark of the Wolf or even the late game blessing, which is Crescent Moon, you can just start off with the Valor and just keep on upgrading it and just go for the first thing you have. Now the combos, all of the combos works. It does not matter which combo are you using. If you use just any combos, all of them, if you see rush type, this one is also, this one is double shot, uh, rush, rush, this one is rush, this one is double shot, and even these are double shots. So any combo you use, as long as you're doing the combo, it will does the job, it will does your effect. So for the skills, now at first instead of erupting arrow, I went with the thundering arrow because it does a great deal of damage, yes, but the problem was the charging time. Now I was having a hard time charging and actually hitting with the thundering arrows. As you know, I'm using Mark 5 from above because it is a double shot, Mark because it is a rush, and then I'm using Lightning Arrow because it is a double shot. It does not recharges like 3 times like in the Crescent Moon, but it still does a lot of damage. It still is a lot of hits because there are multiple arrows going at the enemy, and it does apply gets you the flashing buff and also the cooldowns on the tempest shot, so it is a must. So lightning arrow and the fire from above, these are the main skills that will actually give you the blessing effects that you actually need. So these are the must have, and then the mark is because it's a rush type first, and then it also increases the damage, so it's also a bonus on top of it. And the fourth skill was an option. You could go with anything. I chose erupting arrow specifically because it has high damage, it has a lot of damage, and on top of it, it has quicker execution. It's quicker cooldown, quicker cooldowns, quicker execution, and it comes back quickly, and it is high damaging, so why not? The problem, just you can use thundering arrow, you can use smoke bomb if you're going into that dungeon, you can use the tempest volley, but the problem with tempest volley and the thundering arrow, which are the snipe skills, yes, they do high damage again, but the only problem is they take a lot of time to actually charge up. So these are the skills I'm using. Now for the class skills, you must use tempest shot because that's the main focus, and if you have, use overdraw. Now the overdraw will be unlocked when your class skill is level 20. Now again, class skill opens up late game, so you might have to use something else here, but in the first you only use anyways one class skill anyway, so tempest shot is going to be your choice. But if you have overdraw, it's an increase of 7% damage, sorry my throat is like dry really. Now the gear, I'm still using the grand priest bow because I need that crit hit rate. The problem is the actual blessing does not give you any crit hit rate, so your gear is everything you have. The main focus of the gear is the still crit hit rate and crit hit damage and attack power as much as you can get. So I'm using the same build as I used in the Crescent Moon, which is also a great thing because if you're planning on switching from Valor to the Crescent Moon, you can still use the same build because they both kind of deals with the same thing. They have the same lacking, they lack crit hit rate and crit damage. Now I have the same 31% to 55. It's a decent one, gear at 5550. Now the attack power seems low, but then again the ability makes up for it. It's again the grand priest bow, the successor quiver. I have a usurper headdress for crit hit damage, tunic of dead, The treasure hunters, what it's called, leather leg armor, librarian leather shoes, seeker's leather glove, grand priest leather glove, devastating belt. You can use anything else instead of it, especially because I got this one from my estate, so I'm planning on upgrading this. Yes, I'm going to lose like some percentage or like 1.6 or 7, but I'm good with it because I need that gear score, so I'm gonna upgrade it to legendary and max it out. That base score is really important, and I also have 2 whites on it anyways, so it's gonna save me a lot of bucks on the bank. And the necklace is still the same. By the way, the prices are still very low. If you want to buy a bunch of them, go buy them. Then when the price goes up, that's gonna give you a lot of star seed. I'm still using the necklace of ancient evil that gives me crit hit rate, and the ring is still the ring of plague, which is giving me crit damage. Now, okay, so let's go and actually see how does it work, because there's a specific combo that you have to use in order to make it work. Otherwise, you're gonna do it wrong. So as soon as you start, just start with any skill that will give you the flashing effect. You can see the flashing effect is now active. There is one, and then let's do the combos. And you can see the combo damage is extremely high. It's equal to the damage of the actual skills. I'm just going to keep on applying the effect. The effect is at 5%, and with 5 effects. So okay, just a little bit left. Okay, there you go. Okay, so 8 effects applied. Let's go. Mark, dodge the skill, and then look at that. Look at that. 58,000. That's a normal one. We didn't get a crit. That's a normal one again. And then once you're done with that, you go back. You're back to the normal shots. Mix it with combos as fast as you can. Even if you want, you can go erupting arrow, because erupting arrow does a lot of damage. I'm gonna wait actually, because the second Tempest Volley is going to be charged really soon. So I'm just going to wait. And okay, it's fine. And the slashing effect is still going on, which is great. I'm gonna go with Mark again. Charge, hit, dodge, charge, hit, dodge, which I couldn't. Let's just seal up and drain off arrows. Let's do this while I have the chance. Look at that crit. I mean, just the skills even doing a pretty good damage, even without any buffs on top of that. Okay, it's almost ready. Let's start with drain of arrows. Mark. Charge. Okay, I'm not getting a single crit. Come on, game, give me a crit. That's the only thing, like, kind of thing. Okay, that's where all the crits were. Somewhere where actually I don't need. So now the only one more thing you have to do is you cannot die. If you die during the fight, you will lose all of your slashing effects, and it will all reset. So yeah, let's try the mark. Let's go with erupting arrow first, and then come on, great. There you go. That's my damage. There you go. That's a light. Now you see why I was saying viable. The damage is just insane. And your erupting arrow, this is the reason I'm using erupting arrow. It's just quick execution. Here you go, like this. Let's start figuring off arrows, mark, boom. Ow, okay, game over. You see, I was just only one fighting in it, so it's a game over. Anyways, you see how it works. So if you like the Valor, if you think it's decent damage, it's doing enough, go for it. Got that Tempest Folly, it will only get better. Once you upgrade your blessings more, first the damage will increase. Second, you will have much longer time to play with the slashing effect, and if it increases from 8 times to 10 or something, that will even be better. I don't think you need anything else than that, because it's just 1.5 second or 1 second even charging time, which is insane. That is actually even better than the campus volley, I think, at this point. And the neutral stimulation, which hopefully it will be charged up to 3 times, so you have 3 volleys at the same time. And the combo damages, which will keep on increasing, and you have more health, which will save you a gear with health. So, and for the skills I didn't mention, I'm using erupting arrow. I use 15 on lightning arrow, 15 on 5 and above, and level 5 mark. And then I put rest of my points into erupting arrow, because that's kind of the main damaging skills I've been using. Lightning arrow, yes, but it has a kind of a long cooldown. And the rain of arrows, yes, it does a lot of damage, but still, it's the main focus of this skill is actually to give me the flashing effects instead of the actual damage. And the erupting arrow, because it's just the more points you put into it, the less cooldown it will get, and then it will be insane. And mark, just to reduce some cooldown, I just put some few points into it. You can put more points into it, grab it to level 10 if you have more, but I only have these ones available, like 500, so this is all I have. The only thing I'm lacking in my builds is the skill points. I don't have enough SP levels. If I had like around 800 to 1000, I will be able to upgrade most of my skills to level 30. For example, at least the most damaging ones will be level 30, and the rest of them will be level 15 or something, and that will save me a lot of time. But I don't have enough time to actually play and grind out the SP levels. If you do, go for it. I have a guide that you can specifically for grinding out the skill levels and also your experience points, and you can go watch it. If you want to know where to get the actual gear, go watch my Crescent Moon guide. I have explained each and every way to get the that gear. Mostly I got it from the market, but you can also have a chance to get it from the dungeon rotations. But even then, the chance of you getting specific ruins, especially like the white ruins too, is very low, so you're better off buying it from the market. If you want to know how to make starseed, I also have a guide for it, which is, I covered each and every best way to actually get the starseed in this game in that video. Up until this point, everything I knew is in there. Go watch it. It's not a long one. Just kidding, it's a long one, but still it covers a lot of details. Anyways, if you like anything in here, if you learned anything, something new, if you want to know everything more about Blessed Elite and other games, please like, subscribe and share, and I see you in the next one.